Some creators take months to post a new video. No consistency, no schedule. But when they finally upload, boom, instant viral. Others, their thumbnails break every rule. No arrows, no shocked faces. Sometimes, not even a title that makes any sense. And yet, the views keep pouring in. So, what is going on here? The question I want to answer is this. As a creator, is it better to work with the algorithm or go against it? Because if the algorithm rewards all these tactics, why are the rule breakers winning? Now, this doesn't make any sense. Take James Jani. He vanishes for months. No community posts, no shorts, no algorithm-friendly posting schedule. And then he drops a 1-hour video and in days it hits millions. And then there is Beluga. Fast, chaotic, low effort on the surface. Short form comedy with Discord roleplay. It breaks every rule about storytelling, depth and production quality. And yet, 10 million subscribers. A cultural moment in his niche. How do you go viral with no consistency, no thumbnails, no depth? Okay, depending on the creator, of course. Is the algorithm just confused, or are we misunderstanding what it's actually looking for? I'll be honest, the more I looked into this, the more confused I got. How can completely different strategies, sometimes even bad strategies, still lead to success? I watched every video, studied upload schedules, thumbnail formats. I listened to the gurus. I tracked the patterns, and none of it added up. Every time I thought I found the answer, someone else will break the rule and go viral anyway. So I stopped asking, what are successful creators doing? And I started asking something else. With the help of ChatGPT, Perplexity, and some psychology books, it hit me. Maybe it's not about working with the algorithm or against it. Maybe it's about doing something the algorithm can't ignore. I call it the signal model. I thought the algorithm is this robotic traffic cop, measuring how long someone watches, how often you post, and how clickable your thumbnail is. But maybe the algorithm isn't just rewarding consistency or format. Maybe it's chasing behavior. And behavior is driven by something deeper: belief, emotion, and curiosity. That's the signal. And here is how it works. Signal. What is the underlying pulse or belief that your content represents? Style. What makes your voice, edit, or energy unmistakably yours? Structure. The outer packaging. Length, title, thumbnail, and posting schedule. Most of us start from the outside. We tweak titles, we copy thumbnails, and we mimic editing styles of other creators. But the creators who become unignorable start from the inside. They build a clear signal, and then they layer the style and structure around it. The algorithm doesn't just respond to content. It responds to behavior, and behavior responds to belief. That is why someone will sit through a 1-hour video, even if it breaks all the rules about retention. Think of it like this. The algorithm is less than a teacher grading your videos, and more like a radio scanner scanning for the strongest signal amidst the noise. Every upload is a transmission, but as creators, most of us are broadcasting a weak and scattered frequency. The content is structured, but the signal is faint. Meanwhile, creators like James Jani or Beluga, they send out something clear, something strong. You can feel it even before you know what the video is about. It's not just what the video says, it's what the video means. And that signal cuts through the noise. So when the algorithm finds that signal, it locks in, it pushes it, because people aren't just watching, they are responding. They are clicking, sharing, watching till the end, and commenting with emotion. Not because the title had the right buzzword, but because the video had the right resonance. Sometimes we think we are fighting the algorithm, but in reality, we are broadcasting. And the ones who cut through, they are not just louder, they're just tuned to a frequency that the algorithm can't ignore. And now it also makes sense why YouTube's long-running tagline is broadcast yourself. Let's go back to James Jani. He doesn't upload often. His videos are long, complex, and fall in the documentaries niche. They don't even feel like ordinary YouTube content. Structurally, totally unoptimized. But his signal, crystal clear. Every video he makes is about exposing the illusion, get-rich-quick schemes, financial myths, and manipulative systems. He leads with a belief: the truth matters more than the hype. And that belief shapes his tone, pacing, and story arc. That's the style. The structure, long form, dark thumbnails, slow-paced intros, just proves the signal. Now, look at Beluga. If you watched one video, you might think that's random, but zoom out and you will see the signal. Beluga creates predictable chaos. The belief the internet is absurd, but that is fun. His style, Discord pings, instant plot twists, meme pacing. It amplifies that signal. The structure, short length, snappy titles, low effort hook, makes the whole thing feel like a spontaneous inside joke. In my opinion, James and Beluga are succeeding because they became the signal that the algorithm was designed to follow. None of this is guesswork. The signal model is not just about creativity. It's backed by science. See, the YouTube algorithm doesn't really care about thumbnails or length or posting frequency. It cares about behavior, clicks, watch time, shares, repeats, subscriptions. And those behaviors don't come from perfect optimization. They come from emotional resonance. In psychology, this is called affective response. The idea that people make decisions by emotion first and then justify with logic. The brain's limbic system, the part responsible for emotion, trust, and behavior, activates before the rational mind kicks in. That is why someone can't explain why they watched the entire length of James Jani's videos. And they just say it felt important. Algorithms are designed to follow human behavior, and we follow what moves us. So when a creator leads with signal, with belief, it doesn't just perform well. It creates a pattern of engagement that the algorithm can't ignore. That is why breaking the rules sometimes works better than following them, because the algorithm isn't judging your tactics. It's chasing human behavior, and human behavior chases meaning. James Jani didn't start as an algorithm expert. He was a drama student with dreams of the silver screen. During a time when everyone was preaching hustle culture, start a dropshipping store, make money while you sleep, escape the 9 to 5. He followed all of it until one day he realized it wasn't just wrong, it was harmful. So he made a video, not just to get views, but to say something, to pull back the curtain, to show the lie for what it really was. The video exploded. No upload schedule, no trendy titles, no algorithm tricks, just a signal strong enough that the algorithm just had to follow it. James didn't win the game by playing it. He won by changing the game because he believed something deeply and expressed it clearly. As creators, we tend to believe that we must reverse engineer the algorithm. But the truth is, the algorithm is actually trying to reverse engineer us. It learns from what we click, what we finish, what we share, and what we feel. Which means creators who can package the truth in a way that travels are the ones that truly win. This is bigger than thumbnails, bigger than formats. It is a creative arms race of conviction. Not just what you post, but what you believe so deeply that the algorithm chases you. If you're a creator, you've probably felt this. That tug of war between doing what you love and doing what works. The pressure to post more, to optimize more, to tweak more, until your content starts to feel like somebody else's. But the truth is, the algorithm is not your enemy, and it's not your boss either. It's just a mirror reflecting back what people respond to. So, stop asking, what does the algorithm want? And start asking, what do I believe so deeply to express without permission? That's your signal. Build around it, shape your style, then design the structure to carry it. Some creators vanish for months and still go viral. Some use plain thumbnails, boring titles, and still build massive audiences. Some post 10-second Discord-like memes and somehow gain millions of followers. They are pushing signal strong enough to move people and clear enough that the algorithm could not ignore it even if it tried. So, the real question was never, should we work with the algorithm or against it? The question is, can you build something real enough that the algorithm has no choice but to follow you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.